guys? It's your girl NellyVille back with another video. And I contemplated on doing this video. I was trying not to do this video, but I keep seeing women and new videos popping up all over social media with these women that's doing this 4B movement. They're encouraging women to remain abstinent. They're also encouraging women to get a divorce from their husbands and just all this stuff that's going on since the election. They're cutting their hair off. And it's like, what is going on? Why are women doing this? You know, y'all trying to come together and do this movement, and it's crazy to me, and I don't agree with it. I feel like it's foolish, and that's just my opinion. I hope people respect my opinion. I have a right to my opinion, but it's foolish to me. The movement, y'all feel that y'all rights was taken away, that y'all going to, you know, miss out on something, and that y'all have to cut men off to do things that you essentially should have been doing in the first place. Because most of the women that's making these videos are women that's over 30. That's the part that's, you know, really tripping me out. And you should know how to have self-control and control yourself in your body in a way where you're not just getting pregnant and things like that and using things like abortion as a contraceptive. You should not be doing that. So I'm not really understanding what's going on and what's making y'all think that y'all still can't get those same services if needed. But y'all, your argument is really things that you should have been doing in the first place. These are things that all women should be doing, and that's being responsible, having partners that respect you and love you, and somebody you wouldn't want to divorce and just leave like that anyway at the drop of a hat. The part that is really disturbing to me are the women that's jumping on board for divorce. Now, these single women is one thing, but the women that's agreeing to divorce their husbands this week is crazy to me. How do you get to a point where you want to divorce your husband over other women jumping on some type of train, and y'all want to do it too? Well, let me just tell you right now, I'm not divorcing my husband. So women get up there and tell you to divorce your husband because this is what you should do, and we all going to make a statement together, and we're going to make sure that we show these men, and we're going to cut our hair off, and everybody should do it. I don't know what's going on with y'all, but come on, let me play this video, and we're going to talk more about it.
Feel better.
After January 20th or whatever, he's going to want to outlaw no-fault divorce. And so we need to get divorced now, ladies, if there's any doubt in your mind.
Women who can divorce their husbands, I'm gonna need you to do it today. And who can't divorce their husband, look up Aqua Tofana.
I want you to just...
Man, look, trying to find a nice way to say it. Some of them women that's up there probably ain't even got a husband that's saying this. And so for the ones that do and are listening to these women, what's wrong with you? You need to be evaluated for real. Do you even care about your husband at this point? Because how is it so easy for you to just say, you know what? Today is the day. I'm getting rid of him. If that's the case, that means you already had issues, baby. And it was far beyond what y'all trying to blame it on right now. Y'all talking about like literally like not interacting with men at all for the next 4 years. Some of y'all lying too. You know you're not gonna do that. So stop with the BS.
Think about how these are the women who I'm sure don't have husbands.
Exactly.
Encouraging women to leave theirs. Let's just think about that.
I didn't say to do anything with it. I just said to look it
Girl,
up.
I would
This
listen
is
to
a
you.
PSA for any of the ladies that have been seriously considering divorcing their husband. There's a lot of big conversations happening now that we have the results of the election, one of them being no-fault divorce. That is a type of divorce that allows you to end your marriage without needing to prove that anyone is at fault. Some lawmakers are looking to abolish that, which is going to make you divorcing your husband a lot harder. So here's what that potential change could mean for you. You're going to have to prove that your husband did something wrong, which can be even more expensive, emotionally draining, and time consuming. Legal battles over fault can keep you in an endless and very expensive fight. Removing no-fault divorce could mean higher conflict in court, which is certainly not ideal for your kids or you. Without no-fault divorce,
But why would you divorce your husband if there's no fault? If he didn't do anything? And why would somebody be listening to her? That's the part that's killing me. Look at the people y'all listening to. You're about to tear up your home listening to somebody who probably don't even have a husband or a man, a boyfriend or nothing. What I would like to see for the women that's telling women to do this, let us see your boyfriend or your husband, because you probably don't even have one. Let us see the fact that you're actually getting rid of somebody. Then tell other women to do that. But in the same token, I don't think you should be telling other women to do a thing. Y'all argument and the defense is, well, they're taking away our rights to be able to do this and that and the other, and they didn't support us in this. First of all, if you married, didn't you and your husband have this conversation ahead of time? A political conversation of who you was going for? And this is something that I feel like y'all should have did ahead of time. And if you wasn't in agreement, why did it take other women to come online and convince you that you need to get rid of him? You was weak. And maybe you need to let that man go so that he can go to a stronger woman. A woman that got common sense and can think for herself. Because I know it's not that many bird brains out there. I just know it's not. See, that's why I don't do movements and all that. You listening to people, honey, y'all crazy.
you lose the freedom to decide when to leave your marriage. Your private decision could be left up to someone else's idea of what's right. So if you're unhappy in your marriage, now might be the time to act.
Where your husband
Listen,
at?
you heard it for yourself. Again, if you're unhappy in your marriage, happiness. I'm never going to stop reminding men to not take women seriously for a long-term relationship and or marriage, who defines a successful marriage as happiness. Because life's not about happiness. Happiness is a feeling, it comes and goes. Joy, satisfaction, your children, how's your family doing overall? It's not about you. If you want to suffer, then ignore that. Plain and simple.
Your right to choose what is best for you and your kids before it's taken away. Because the reasons that you want to leave your marriage are no one else's business.
You hear that? You know why
It's
she says
nobody
that?
else's business, but you're telling women to leave their husband even if there's no fault. That means even if he didn't do anything. Man.
Because this also is the same crazy chick who says, if your man is a good man and you're unhappy, but he's good, he's doing everything he's supposed to be doing, F the vows, F what you said through sickness, through health or anything. If all that is actually straight, just divorce him. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. So don't let guilt get the best of you.
You're not doing him any favors by staying. If anything, you're actually going to start building up resentment. Your relationship
You sure
is
not if your brain is that shallow to listen to some woman on TikTok that's telling you to leave your husband. There's another woman out there that deserves him. Because you don't. There's another woman that is out there that deserves him. And if y'all think times is so bad right now, the way y'all trying to paint this picture, if it's that way, why break up a happy home? Or why break up a home, period? Shouldn't you be sticking together? So that means you were never taking your man seriously to begin with. That's the way I see it. Because can't nobody come tell me to leave my husband. I'm just saying. So honey, you weren't happy. That's the problem. You over there miserable. You want honey, misery love company. They want women enjoying their misery train, it won't be NellyVille. I can tell you that much.
Doesn't have to be toxic to validate your feelings of wanting to leave. Think of it this way. If he's a good guy, he deserves to be happy. That means he deserves to be with somebody who values him and wants him just the way he is.
So you don't value
him. If that's
him.
not you gotta let him go.
He may not see it like this right now.
It be them
but you're
lonely
doing
women like that, you know what I'm saying, will tell you that. That's why you cannot tell people about your relationship or listen to people when it comes to your relationship. It be them lonely women that can't get a man because they don't know how to shut up, or they try to be the man. I feel like women need to, now don't get me wrong, I'm very opinionated. My husband allowed me to be that. But I also have respect for him. You have to let a man be a man. Obviously, you don't trust that he can lead you because you're trying to be a man at this point. And one thing about NellyVille, I'm not trying to be a man. Let these men do their job. If you married him, that means you trusted him to lead you. If you didn't, you shouldn't have married him in the first place. And you got to be weak-minded to listen to somebody that you don't even know on social media that's going to turn your house into an uproar.
both of you a favor.
With a smile on her face, telling other women to leave good men because of their feelings. Because of their feelings. And for those of you who are engaged, soon to be married, and you do not have a prenup, I would caution you to consider having, first of all, the difficult conversation, because I know conversation is difficult for a lot of people to have, and bringing that up. If you don't know where to start, hit the link pinned to the top of the comment section and get resources and guidance from practicing attorneys like the lead attorney, James Sexton, and get access to the #1 guide to forming a solid, legally binding prenup. Yes, you have to protect yourself in this day and age. It does not mean that you lack trust. If you do not form or draft your own prenup, you'd be subject to the prenup that's defined in your state.
Black women, please don't fall for the feminist movement part 2. They're out here telling women to leave their husbands if he voted for Trump.
That's crazy.
Are you kidding me? Like, don't fall for it. Seriously. We already went through this before.
Yeah.
Right? And look what it did to the community. Look what it did to Black families. Don't be gullible.
And these women are so gullible. It's sad. Like, it's as if they hopped on this train immediately. It wasn't even a good week, and there were so many women misinformed. It's embarrassing, honestly, what some of them are doing. It's crazy. I just can't believe the women that are participating in this, the amount of women, and listening to the point where they're actually filing for divorce. There are so many attorneys on TikTok that are saying that in the last week, they had so many women come into their office and file for divorce. I don't know what type of game y'all playing, but maybe y'all should let the men go, like I said. Let them go to somebody who gonna respect them, trust them to lead, and treat them right. Now, I'm not saying be a fool for no man, ever. But you women gotta start thinking for yourself. And if you that open and willing to walk away from your husband, baby, you have problems way before an election, okay? Stop blaming it on that. Y'all out here shaving y'all head looking like Caillou and Lil Bill. And for you Black women that's doing it and acting like you lost your mind, half of y'all don't need to be shaving no head. Y'all already bald head under the wig. Just snatch it off. And I ain't even trying to be funny, because y'all really irritating with that. Stop listening to people about your relationship. Y'all crazy.
Impulsive. Don't let your emotions take over and have you lose everything.
Yeah.
Your family. The other side of it is, like, you and your husband didn't talk about your political views. Y'all didn't have these conversations up until Tuesday. You didn't know this until he came home and said, honey, I voted for Trump. Like, that's another
conversation like, why?
That's a lie. Most of them women already knew what time it was. I'm sure most households talked about this before election day. I'm sure most households did that, I would think. So they knew. And it just don't make sense. Now, well, I haven't even really seen that many black women. I haven't seen any black women shaving their head. That's because it's too hard for us to grow our hair. Y'all know not to shave your head now. Now, the rest of y'all that's doing it, y'all just gonna be out here with no hair, no man, lonely. The women who told you to get rid of your husband and boyfriend, they ain't gonna even be thinking about you. Half of them probably not already went back to theirs. And then the rights and things that y'all fighting for are things that should not be an issue for responsible women. For women who value themselves, their body, and things like that. So I'm not offended by anything. I don't feel that it affects me at all. And that's not because I'm married or whatever. I just don't feel like it affects me. I'm old enough to know how to, handle myself as a woman, as other women should out here. The same way you making a statement and you want to do this 4B movement, why not make a statement and start telling women to join a movement to stop having unprotected sex or irresponsible sex and things like that? And why don't you make movements that make sense? Stop being with men that don't care about you. Stop making babies with men that you knew was not ready to settle down or be a father and things like that. Stop having these senseless relationships. Stop putting yourself in crazy predicaments. So everything about this movement and the things y'all said y'all gonna stop doing, actually is the things you were supposed to not be doing in the first place. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna end this. I didn't want this video to be long. I wanted to keep going a little bit, but I'm just gonna end this here because I feel like I said everything that I need to say. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing the things that you shouldn't be doing anyway. And I hope people respect my opinion. Respect my opinion. That's my opinion. That's what we all should be doing. And teaching these younger girls the same thing. So that they don't follow in your footsteps. Teach the younger girls in your life, whether it's your nieces, daughters, whoever, the same thing. Be responsible. It's simple math. And don't let outsiders convince you to turn your household upside down. Like, I know you can't be that weak. I just hope you're not that weak. But I'm just going to leave it as that. That's all NellyVille have to say. And I'll see you guys next time.